Hello and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today I'm going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube shorts. And if you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. So let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the full moon in Leo happening. So let's find out what you can expect with this energy. What can you expect with this Leo full moon energy? Okay. The Hanged Man. Page of Wands. King of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Seven of Swords. And I did almost grab this, so I'm going to pull it. The Two of Pentacles. So we have that, and then we have on the bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. Okay. So this energy is going to be a little tricksy, and I'm seeing that because we have the Seven of Swords on the table here. But from what I'm seeing with this reading, you're going to feel as though you're going to experience some sort of setback, or like you're not sure how to move forward, or that things are being suspended. It's going to have this feeling of you think there's a setback happening, or you think there's a bump in the road, or you think that you're being held back in some way, but actually it's a pause that's very temporary, that's going to hold you back so that you can spring forward. So like, for example, when you're shooting a bow and arrow, the arrow has to get pulled back first before it can be shot forward. This energy is doing that. And the reason it's doing it is because you're being pulled back so that you can take a look at something and have a different perspective or a different revelation about it, so that you can continue to move forward in the way that you're trying to move forward. So have patience with yourself at this time, or with the situation, whatever it is that you're feeling held back from, because you're going to shoot and spring forward. It's just a very temporary moment where the universe is asking you to take a look at things and reevaluate them. And it may simply be that you may be going about something in the wrong way, or taking a step towards something, but you should be doing something else first. It's really just a time of reflection to make sure that you're on the path that you need to be on in order to move forward. And it could have to do with family, because the 10 of Cups does have to do with family, it has to do with love. Could have to do with your abundance as well. But I will say that emotions are going to be heightened at this time, because Leo is a very strong emotional energy. It's a sign that can be very romantic. So you could be maybe having some difficulties in relationships right now, romantic relationships, or you could be realizing that there's some area of your life that's being held back, because you're meant to have revelations coming in from either romantic relationships or from other important relationships in your life. So it may be that you're actually meant to spend more time with somebody. So like, for example, let's say something happens where, you're supposed to get your work done or whatever this weekend. And then somebody calls you up and is like, I really just need to have, a couple hours with you. I'm feeling down, whatever. And so you choose to have that time and be there for that person. There may be some sort of revelation that you're going to realize about your own path forward through that process. So be open to some of these things that feel like setbacks, or feel like you're being suspended, because it's to illuminate something that is going to come to light in this situation. So let's get a couple more cards here. All right. We have the Devil. We have the Eight of Cups. Ooh, 5 of Cups. Gosh. Okay, we got some heavy energies here, but don't panic. Let's finish pulling the cards here. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so I know I've been saying recently that some of you may be having people from your past reappearing. That may be happening at this time, or there may be something that is triggering that's going to get brought to the surface during this full moon or around the full moon in Leo. So be prepared for that, but it's in order to show you, one, how far you've come, but also to show you sort of like the path you shouldn't take. So make sure that when this happens, because this is some sort of disappointment or sadness or possibly, what's the word I'm looking for? Temptation to fall back into some old patterns. Don't allow it to happen, okay? You're being asked to take a look at the situation. The trigger is being brought up to show you something that needs healing or that you need to realize either about yourself or about a pattern. Could be in regards to family or romantic relationships, okay? And you're meant to choose to make the different choice, not to choose to go back to the same old pattern. So in a way, it could be almost a test. Could also just simply be that with this full moon energy that's happening in Leo, it's going to bring up old things under the surface that need healing, old things under the surface that need attention. And on the bottom of the deck too, again, we have the Five of Wands. So it could be something you're confused about, something that creates chaos in your life, something that makes you feel very uncomfortable, okay? And so you're being asked to look at that trigger so that you can move forward in a positive way. Let's get 3 more cards here. Just some final guidance. Okay, we have Judgment, King of Cups, and the King of Swords. Interesting. And we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom here. So whatever this situation is going to require you to have a water off a duck's back type of energy. So ducks in particular have their feathers a certain way. There's certain oils on their feathers that when they dive into the water just sort of like goes straight off their back. So you need to take some of these things with a grain of salt. It may be that you're allowing certain things and certain triggers or certain aspects of the past to control your thought processes and your emotions, even though you know they're not true. And so this may actually be being brought up so that you can look at the illusions of the situation and release yourself from them. And make the judgments of like, okay, this isn't real, this is real. This is me just like acting out of my wounds or saying things out of my wounds or looking towards the negative instead of looking towards the positive. And you're going to need to make judgment on that. But also this may have to do with the way you judge yourself or the way you judge yourself about a disappointment or a situation. And so when this trigger gets brought up, pay attention to how you feel and what you're thinking. Because you've mastered these 2 areas a lot more, you've balanced your 2 energies. And so this trigger is being brought up because you have a different understanding of it. And you're meant to understand a new aspect of that so that you can move forward in healing. And it's going to shift things into a more positive direction. It's going to allow you to continue leveling up into your ascension. Okay. So this is your reading. Your affirmation is, it's just water off a duck's back. There you go. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and comment on the video. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.